So here's how I've made 979% return on this one stock in less than a year. Not even kidding. Right now on the screen, what you're seeing is Super Microcomputer Inc. The most hyped stock right now in the stock market. It ran up almost 1,000% for the past year. And as you can see, the majority of the spike happened in this region right here in 17th of January of 2024. So how could anybody know before 17th January of 2024 that this stock is going to do this craziness? Well, I knew. In fact, I have proof. I'm never going to say anything and not back it up. So this is a video posted 5 months ago. 5 months ago. Saying why I'm buying SMCI stock now over Nvidia. So back in August, I made this video. And I told you, hey, this stock is going to go ballistic, more than Nvidia. Now, 84,000 people watched that video, as you can see right here. And shout out to those who, made something of it. And before you think that this is some sort of a fluke, it's not. We've been doing this for years. Look below. It's just a random thing. I didn't select the order of the videos they're showing here. This is a video posted 8 months ago. CrowdStrike, the most undervalued AI stock in the market. 8 months ago. Stock is up, like 200% since. Go check it right now. In fact, why let you do the legwork? Let's look at CrowdStrike real quick before we go and find the system of how you can replicate that to other stocks, because that's the point of what we're doing here. So CrowdStrike, we've done the video 8 months ago. So let's pull up the chart and see what we're working here. So June of 2023, $159. It's currently at $30.31. Yeah. A good almost 200%. So this ain't a fluke. In 2023, I've made videos covering 9 stocks, which I liked. Out of those 9 stocks, which I liked, 8 went up, 1 went down. Overall, average return 80% per stock. So we know what we're doing here. So the question is, fine, but how can we as investors replicate the system? And look, there's no magic sauce, secret sauce, silver bullet, none of this shit. It's actually something that has to be done with hard work. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say, oh, you can just easily do it within 5 minutes. No, you gotta have to do the hard work. But there's certain ways in which you can make some shortcuts. For example, if you don't know how to model properly and build your own models, financial modeling, DCFs, you can use StockMVP. We have our DCF calculator right here, which you can use and try and figure out how much this company is valued by plugging in a few numbers without actually modeling for yourself. The other thing is, and this applies to everybody, if you want to figure out how good this company is, you have to dig through the financials from the past 5 years. Dig out the numbers, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and then compare them. It's like an 8-hour work. Why? This is why we built this thing for you. It's yours, my guy. Use it. In fact, you're on this channel, which means that you probably heard about it already. Look, switching to a profile, which I built. There's custom profile you can build for anything, any task. The one you've seen earlier was a different one. But this is a profile I built. You can build your own. It's fully customizable. You click this button right here. You choose whatever you want to see. And it's going to show it to you. Simple as that. You see? Boom. Create profile. Boom. Profile is made. Simple as that. Now, let's scroll down right here and let's go back to my profile. Okay. Ratios for tone. Okay. So when you look at this company, you don't have to pull out the financials and see, okay, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, put an Excel spreadsheet, go crazy. No, the software gives you all of that. So right here, what I liked about the stock when I was looking at it, I said, okay, so it grew revenues almost 200% of the past 3 years. That's nice. Operating expenses only went up 50%. So if I see a company growing at almost 200% and the expenses only growing at 50%, I'm interested. I'm curious. I look at the operating income, it's up 800%. Operating income up 800% the past 3 years. Interested. EBITDA, very, very similar. Interested. And then I look at CapEx. I say, well, this is not a capital expenditure intensive business, only 18 million a year. Interesting. And then I look at cash. 725 cash and only 375 debt. So almost 3 times more cash than debt. Interested. I look at assets and I see, wait. They have assets of 5.4 billion, liabilities of 2.3 billion. So 2 times more assets than liabilities. I'm interested. It answers every single metric that I thought about. 2x assets liabilities, 3x cash to debt, high growth on revenues, slow growth on expenses. And look at the price to sales, 6, price to earnings, 74, etc., etc. Obviously, these numbers will go up, but I'm just showing you the thought process. Return on capital was 24%, which is beautiful. Return on equity is 32%, so investors were happy with the stock before it blew up. I'm guessing now they're more happy. So these cards, these MVP cards, this is how I knew. And I knew it within 10 minutes. And the point is, you have to be able to scroll through 15, 20, 25, 35 companies like that to find the hidden gem. You're not going to be doing an Excel spreadsheet that takes 4 hours for every single company. There's no time, there's no bandwidth, unless you have a team of 20 people who's going to do it for you. So unless you have a team of 20 people who's going to do it for you, in order to process 30, 40 stocks which you're reviewing, you need this, my guy. You need the cards. The cards will tell you everything you need to know within seconds. And then you can go and run your own DCF right here. You can run your own Ceph valuator right here. We love our Ceph beautiful valuator right here, which give you results. And then I'm going to show you one of the more secret sauces of this software, which gave it away for me finally. When I was almost on the edge of getting this and saying, yeah, I love this stock, I looked at this thing and said, well, look, it's 70% owned by institutional investors, which is a really, really good sign. But look at this thing right here. We have this tab right here. It's called Insider Acquisition and Disposition. Basically, how much insiders are buying and selling. So I saw this 6 months ago, and I saw we had 440,000 buys by insiders and only 50,000 sales by insiders. So insiders 6 months ago when I was making the video were buying 10 times more than they were selling. I was like, let's go. Done. Now, to each their own, and this is just to give you kind of the mindset of what I was looking at. Assets to liabilities, I was looking at margins, I was looking at the cleanliness of the balance sheet, cash to debt, revenue strong, the expenses, all this stuff. But then I looked at the DCF, I look at the SF, and I look at the insider, and I saw this. 5 times more buys than sales from insiders. This is super interesting, especially with a company that has about 15% still held by insiders. So it's a significant number. That really got me thinking. So if insiders are buying like crazy, if institutional ownership is 70%, and it's the cleanest thing ever, and it has NVIDIA exposure, heavy NVIDIA exposure, but not hyped at all, I was like, bet, back in August. And now you see why. So just kind of to give you the general idea of how I've done this and how you can do it, all you need is time, patience, a little bit of understanding in financials, and StockMVP. Simple as that. Now, if you haven't yet, you can try StockMVP for 7 days for free. 7-day free trial. Only use it if you like it. All the links, the data will be below. We would love to see you, or in the Discord as well. Once you join, we'll figure it out. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.